Welcome to Talk and Takeoff. I'm Steve Domo, and today we are going through the story of the Skyline and the Stagea. This episode was filmed a little while ago, and it is going to paint a picture and explain a lot more about what's been happening in the background.
Here with my good mate Luke. This is my Skyline. And Luke's going to tell us a bit about his cars and this project that's going on, which is going to be a bit of a Frankenstein interesting story. So just follow this.
Factory manual turbo car, so it was the more desirable, rarer car. 25 Neo stock.
Yeah,
intercooler. Yeah, nothing too extreme. Just made 200 kilowatts.
200 kilowatts. And that was on a Nisstune as well. You done Nisstune to it, yeah.
Yeah, Nisstune.
Oh, Shankar! He's in the Skyline with Zim and Matt. We're cruising somewhere very special tonight. I've missed this. I've really missed going this fast through the hills. Look at him. Cool as a cucumber.
The dog can't take the inertia.
Oh, jeez! Hear the turbo? Yes! Good driving, Shankar. So how did the accident happen?
Waiting at the lights on McIntyre Road. The lights turned green. I went forwards. The person in front of me stopped because there was an ambulance coming through. The person behind me didn't stop and hit me about probably 60 k's or something like that. Rear's crumpled in, now full of water.
After this car got crashed, Luke then decided to buy a Stagea. So let's have a look at the Stag. When did you buy the Stag?
Probably a couple of months after the Skyline got written off.
Yeah, you bought it because you needed something to go to work and
Yes.
do your stuff. Pick up the groceries, all the fruit.
This has been sitting here for a year now. So. Fortunately, this was a 300 kilowatt built motor, built by someone, who knows who. They did a terrible job, because when it was on the dyno, it exploded.
Now, for all you overseas folks who are into your JDM stuff, in Australia we actually have the RB30. That was a 3 litre bottom end, and that's what someone had tried to build in this, yeah? It was a 2530.
2530, RB30, another VL. When they built it, the timing belt was probably 1 mil between when they passed. Grabbed on the dyno, threw the exhaust side out 2 degrees, so valves and pistons hit each other.
That was the end of that.
That's the end of the 2530.
Beautiful thing about this is it's been manual converted. So someone's put the R33 manual box in it.
Yeah, factory rear-wheel drive. The suspension's completely different to the four-wheel drive Stags. Four-wheel drive Stags is the same sort of double wishbone front suspension. This is McPherson struts.
Yeah.
So it's better for drifting.
And heaps lighter because you're not carrying around all of the...
Yes, you don't have the full
Transfer
drive
case.
sumps and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
gearboxes.
Front
It's a lot
gears.
simpler.
Yeah. And you didn't get to drive it too much at all, did you, when you got it?
Maybe a month, if that. Because it was on E85 and having to find E85 when you're just dailying a 300 kilowatt car. You go through a fuel in 2 days. I thought I'll change it back to 98, and that's when I died on the dyno.
And this is where the funny story is. This is actually my dream car. I had a Stagea before, but it was RS4, 4-wheel drive, and it was only automatic. And I always dreamed of having just the rear-wheel drive version in the Icelandic white with manual gearbox. Here, have a look around the car. It really just needs to be polished up. It's done quite well. For a year sitting out in the sun, it's actually in the harsh South Australian sun, it's not too bad.
So I think that Momo steering wheel is like an option steering wheel as well.
It's going to be really nice when she's done. Well, here we are. Stag's getting transported. I'm excited. I bet you're excited to have it out of your house too.
Yes. Well, Mum's more excited than me. Doesn't look too bad when it's sitting up there.
Yeah.
Right height.
This is going to be a good project. Super clean. I'm going to take all the stickers off of it. I'm going to clean it right up, pull the interior out, do everything. Oh, hey look, the 5.0. First time she's moved in what, year? A year maybe?
Yeah.
There's no proper way to sling an engine. Just try not to crush stuff. That's the biggest problem you have. Zoom in. You want those creative shots that shows people you are the first person camera.
You're doing all the directing here, Domo, and starring. And...
Oh look at ASMR. Just let that down. That'll sit there. And here we have the 34 motor. It's all loaded up, ready to go. We've put the 34 box back on it just to be able to get it transported back down to the workshops. So yeah, this is going to be a really cool thing to see this engine come back to life. We've ordered a whole bunch of parts for it. We're trying to get everything we can done to it as quickly as we can to see if we can have it running by next week in the car. We've got this beautiful forward-facing plenum for it, which will go on so we can have a forward-facing intercooler, whatever you want to call it, as opposed to the return flow that's in the stock R34. So that'll be really nice.